In this video, we are exploring the concept of significance level, often denoted by the Greek letter alpha. It is a probability of rejecting null hypothesis when it's actually true. In other words, it represents the risk of making type 1 error. In many scientific studies, including biology, medicine, or psychology, a significance level of 0.05 or 5% is widely accepted as a standard threshold. It means that researchers are willing to accept 5% chance of making type 1 error. They are prepared to be wrong on average once every 20 tests, when the null hypothesis is actually true. The exact value of significance level should always be determined by researchers based on a specific context and field of study. For instance, in situations where rejecting the null hypothesis carries serious consequences, such as in clinical trials, it is important to be cautious. In this case, researchers may set a stricter significance level, such as 0.01, 0.001, or even lower. This reduces the probability of making type 1 error, false positive conclusion, less likely. When we run multiple tests within a single study, each test carries a risk of rejecting the true null hypothesis. As the number of tests increases, so does the overall probability of making at least one type 1 error. Even if we use a low significance level for each individual test, the cumulative risk across all tests becomes unacceptably high. This is where type 1 error control becomes essential. To manage the risk, we adjust the statistical significance threshold for each test. We do it to ensure that the overall probability of making type 1 error across all tests remain below our chosen significance level. One of the easiest methods for this adjustment is the Bonferroni correction. We take our original significance level, 0.05 in our example, and divide it by the number of tests we are conducting. That gives us a new, more strengthened threshold for each individual test. For 5 tests, the adjusted significance level drops to 0.01, and for 20 tests, the threshold drops to just 0.0025.